And we welcome you guys into Sharpsburg, Georgia, here at East Coweta High School. I am Hassan Khan alongside Sylvester Sly Williams, and being joined alongside with us is Barry Browner for this contest. The Therrell Panthers take on the East Coweta Indians. Guys, how you guys doing? I'm excited to be calling this game with you guys.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing great, man. I'm excited, man. I love to be here. This is my time right here.
Friday night, ain't no place to be but a gym, and this place is packed up right now.
It absolutely is. The East Coweta faithful out here, and also Therrell as well, traveling and supporting their hometown teams. Let's take a look at this matchup at a glance. For East Coweta, they are 14-1 with a 2-1 record in their region. The one asterisk and the blemish that they have on their record was against Pebblebrook, a disappointing loss, 63-60. As for Therrell, they are 11-4 with losses to Southwest DeKalb. Barry, you and I were at that game, calling that game. It was a thriller, a close one. Also lost to Holy Innocents, Fayette County, and Cal. But let's really focus in on the coaches that we have for both sides. You guys know the coaches as well. Barry, especially you personally.
Yeah, I've been knowing both of these guys for a long time. Had a chance to coach against Coach Johnson in DeKalb County. We were both in DeKalb at the same time. Coach Royal Maxwell coached against him while he was at Monday's Mill. Two great guys, man, with a lot of basketball history.
Yeah, speaking of basketball history, you want to talk about Coach Eddie Johnson. Eddie Johnson was the assistant under the great Sherman White over there at Miller Grove when they started up those championship runs at Miller Grove. So not only are these two great coaches, but here's the little insight. These two, they play against each other Sundays, am I right? They play against us. They have a little men's league, so it's a little bit more than just school bragging rights going on right now. It might get personal between these two coaches.
It absolutely might. As we take a look at the starting lineups, first for the Therrell Panthers, we've got Roman Sun. Boy, what a player he's been all year. Corey Donaldson, Rashawn Frederick, Cameron Fortson, and Robbie Armbruster, the big guy. For East Coweta, we've got Derek Emery, Fernandez Jones, Chris Youngblood, Brandon Shroud, and Zach Hill. Hill is a guy that Coach Royal Johnson has been big on this year. Keys to the game. It's all about these 4 key points. Number 1, who masters pace and productions? What can you guys take away from that key to the game?
I think both teams like to push the rock a little bit. Like I said, it's going to be a track meet. Don't close your eyes because you're going to miss something.
And exactly what he said. Both teams like to push it. It's going to be a track meet up and down the court. Up and down the court. Coach Maxwell said he wants to score 80 points a game at home. But the key thing is master the pace and production. You know, you can have both teams running up and down the court, but who maximizes out and running up and down the court?
Second key to the game, East Coweta and the Shark Tank effect. Playing a tough region right here. And third key to the game, Roman numerals and leadership. It's a play on words right there because of their key player for Therrell, Roman Sun. And last key to the game, Panther progress under pressure. Those last 3 keys to this game, what can you guys take away from that?
Well, I'll start off with East Coweta and the Shark Tank effect. East Coweta, they play in 7A Region 2, one of the toughest regions in the state. Who's in that region? Wheeler, Campbell, Westlake, Pebblebrook, and Port Noonan. They're in that region. And I'm talking about you have 3 teams in that region who are a legitimate threat to win the state championship every year.
The progress, I think one of the things we talked about, Panthers, the progress with the Panthers. Last couple of games, they've kind of been struggling a little bit, lost a couple of heartbreakers at the end. So let's watch for them to pick it up and see how they respond on the road against a good East Coweta squad.
And then Roman numerals, the numbers that Roman Sun's going to put up, and not only, you know, putting up the offensive numbers, the scoring, what about assists like Robbie Armbruster underneath the basket? You know, Roman is going to be a key for this Therrell team on how they operate tonight.
Absolutely, like you mentioned, Robbie Armbruster and Roman Sun. They are actually having their names being called out right now for the starting lineups. The East Coweta faithful here. It is a whiteout, and this crowd is making their way, filling this gymnasium in. Well, as they announce their starting lineups for the contest, we'll be right back here on the SUVTV.com.
Heels or flats? Heels. Around here, we're decision-making pros. But when she got injured last season, I almost made the wrong decision. I thought I could take her where I rehabbed my knee, but her coach told me, take her to Children's. No thanks. All that experience helped my daughter heal faster and come back stronger.
Now we just need to decide where I'll play in college.
Road trip.
Back here on SUV TV, again, Hassan Khan alongside Sylvester Williams and Barry Browner. Therrell versus East Coweta. Therrell looking for the 12th win of the year. East Coweta lost the game earlier. Wants to keep it that way. As we get ready for a tip-off, we are underway here in Sharpsburg, Georgia. And getting the ball first will be East Coweta. And they, like we said at the beginning of the broadcast, they like to score points pretty fast, as that was fast-paced. That shot was unsuccessful, and this is the aforementioned Roman Sun now handling the ball, giving it out to Donerson. Inside, trying to go in for the layup.
And one of the things I think we saw with they came down, Chris Youngblood took a shot, first shot of the game, Fernandez Jones. But the thing is, what you're going to see that Therrell's going to try to pound that ball in the paint to the big fella and just watch him work.
Yeah, Robbie Armbruster, he's a big boy down there, and he knows he's a big boy. He plays like he's a big boy down in the paint.
Using the size to draw up a foul, as he is 1 for 1 on those free throws. As for East Coweta, we've got the first traveling call of the day, and that's going to be against Brandon Stroud. Roman Sun, who's been critical for the Panthers all year. This shot is unsuccessful by Cameron Fortson. Fortson able to rebound. Is that out to Sun? Now on the top of your screen, working inside. This is back to Fortson. Fortson will not get it.
And one thing you're seeing is look at the pace though that you're seeing already in this East Coweta squad. Good move though. Underneath by Zach Hill.
Underneath the basket. And getting those points was Hill. A player that Coach Johnson was very critical on his development when we interviewed him last night. Take a look at the SUV TV replay. The assist right there by Emery, and gets past the big guy, Robbie Armbruster. Now this is Fortson. Field goal attempt is no good. This is going to be Derek Emery using his speed, trying to drive inside. Fortson able to block.
And one thing I noticed is that's the second rebound by Derek Emery, one of the smallest guys on the floor. You notice what he's doing. He's able to get that rebound and push the rock. That
shot hit the top of the backboard by Youngblood, no good. Sun has his shot blocked with authority by Youngblood.
Good defense by Youngblood. He actually knocked it off of him.
Yes, sir. And people call it for the foul, but he blocked that shot. The ball was gone by the time he landed. So that was a great block by Youngblood.
Great block. 2-1 Less than 6.5 minutes in this first quarter. Nice move by Fernandez-Jones.
Fernandez going to the lane and laying that thing up with the right hand with the up and under. Fernandez, young man, averages 18 points a game. He averages 18 points a game. He is a scorer.
And they're gonna stop the game right now, fellas. Fernandez-Jones just scored his 1,200th point in East Coweta. So congratulations to Fernandez-Jones, man. That's a huge accomplishment for a senior man who's had a tremendous career at East Coweta High School and Coach Roy Maxwell.
He's the second 1,000-point scorer at East Coweta. And the thing is, you know, he may get 1,500 by the end. By the end of this year. You know, he's battling to get in that top spot in East Coweta history.
Unbelievable to think that. Congratulations to Fernandez-Jones. Now for Therrell. Frederick loses control of the ball off the left leg of Fortson. Cannot connect to Brandon Stroud.
But you notice who's in the middle of that play, though? That's Emery again, though. Derek Emery making a play, getting the steal.
Yeah, he's an active young man. You know, smallest guy on the court, but he's just always in the middle of things.
Stroud, attempted shot no good. Fortson on the rebound. Stroud playing defense. Trying to give it out to Frederick. Instead looks to the other direction to Sun. And they're going to call that a carry.
No, backcourt.
Or backcourt, sorry about that.
Yeah, he jumped from the front court to the backcourt. Even though the ball didn't cross, it's still a backcourt.
One thing I'm kind of noticing from Therrell, fellas, is I know they like to play fast, but they've got to slow down just a teeny bit.
Emery. Leading East Coweta. Trying to shift up the offense. Jones to Zach Hill. Bounce pass, trying to go inside to Jones. Unsuccessful. Armbreaster. Hill.
You got the smaller man. You got to go up high on that play. You can't throw a bounce pass in the middle of the lane.
Right. I almost expected him to throw the oop on that slot.
Fortson trying to use his power to go inside, but.
Oh, you're going to call a push off.
Yep.
Fortson used that free arm. I think we're going to see it on the replay right here. Yeah.
As you look at the SUV TV replay. Yep.
Caught him with a hook.
A little bit too much power on that. As for East Coweta, nice move to get that layup up by Chris Youngblood.
Nice layup by Chris Youngblood. Chris Youngblood's another guy who's having a good season so far.
Three-pointed by Frederick is no good, and back behind his head.
Fernandez-Jones is just like that, y'all.
You know, that's how you get the 1,200 points right there.
You can tell he's practiced that kind of shot many of times.
Nice reverse by Fernandez-Jones.
Well, as both teams are in a timeout, we want to take this moment to thank the Atlanta Tip-Off Club. The Atlanta Tip-Off Club annually recognizes the top high school and college players, coaches, officials, and administrators in Metro Atlanta and the state of Georgia. Join the ATOC, nominate players and coaches, or learn more at www.atltipoffclub.com. New coaches, mention SUBTV when you sign up to receive 10% off your season membership. 8-1, it's been all Indians so far in this contest. But Armbreaster had other intentions. His attempted shot will be knocked out of bounds.
And the one thing about this East Coweta squad is they're very active. Like I said, they're active on. We know they're active on the offense end, but the defense end, they're active. They're getting to every ball right now.
Armbreaster. Inside, now outside going is Fortson in the middle of the court. Now inside using his size is Armbreaster, but that's going to be another foul on him.
I like the way Armbreaster plays inside the lane. I think the last time I saw Armbreaster was at Holy Innocents. And they were playing Holy Innocents, and he had 28. Just working on the inside, working in the middle, being a force.
Yeah, he just uses his body and his size and his girth to kind of just move guys around. Like I said, he's got nice feet around the basket as well, too.
One of those guys at 6'4", you know, I hope he grows about 2 to 3 more inches. You know, he can go somewhere and be a great power forward.
Armbruster responsible for the only 2 points on the board as he split both of his free throw attempts.
Nice move.
Great move right there by Derek Emery to Zach Hill.
You know, we talk about the big three from East Coweta, but you got to like Derek Emery, though, as well. Like I said, he's created what I like to call havoc on the defensive end. And then on the offensive end, he shows what he can do. On the replay, we're going to see him break down the guy. Hey, let me feed my big fella.
I'm telling you, nice little drop off to the big man.
Less than 4 minutes in this first quarter as Fortson will put it up for Therrell. Last touched by Armbruster. It'll go out of bounds.
I'm going to need Fortson to get his elbow game down, because right there around the elbow, he's catching a lot of passes there, but he can't complete. He's not completing. He didn't hit that jumper. He didn't hit that little work down. He has to get that elbow game down.
And they're giving him that shot, though. I mean,
they're actually going to give it to Therrell on that, and nice move right there by Rashawn Frederick.
And that's another guy that's got to get going for this squad.
Three-pointer, no good. Roman Sun being cornered now, giving it to Fortson. 3 white jerseys in the paint. Give it outside for the three-point attempt by Rashawn Frederick.
Who's got the ball again? Derek Emery with the ball.
I'm telling you.
Emery behind the back, and no good on that. Armbruster will get the ball. Now out to Sun. Sun with Emery in the back. Didn't see him coming. Will knock it out of bounds. So 3:07, 10-4. A long shot by Cameron Fortson. No good. Rebounded now by East Coweta. This is Rhett Reynolds, who checked into the game behind the back. Dribbles with his right. Tried to put it up with his right. Fortson was on the way.
Therrell substitution, number 25, Tyrese Ransom.
And East Coweta will have it again. Brandon Stroud. Another player that we haven't mentioned too many times in this broadcast so far, but we might
stay with it. Way to stay with it.
Reynolds tried to put it up. Stroud tried to put it up. Now Frederick has it. Has Sun.
Oh, good move. Good move by Roman Sun. And they've got to get more from Roman Sun. Like I said, it's 10-6. But they've got to get, he's the key cog to this team. Like you said, Roman number.
Demetrius Freeman tried to put it up.
But look at the body control on Sun by this one right here. To lay that thing up, control his body, and use his body as a shield to lay it up and lay it in for 2.
The senior, Demetrius Freeman, isn't part of the starting lineup, but heavily substituted throughout the year. He'll make his first free throw attempt.
One thing, just talking, I had a chance to spend a little time with Coach Maxwell before the game, and he ain't scared to play 15, fellas. So, like I said, we don't know how many he'll play. He might play 8, he might play 12, he might play 15, but he doesn't mind using his bench.
Frederick outside. Sun, attempted shot. Stroud out to Reynolds. And like you were saying, Barry, want to see a lot of players in this game. That is Isaiah Richardson in the contest now. Sun, as Reynolds trips up.
Roman Sun's body control is just so unbelievable. I mean, he just makes move after move. Like I said, he's one of the toughest guards I've seen in the state.
You know, I like the way he attacks that basket, man. When you attack that basket, you got to have that full body control. getting to the basket, man. It's impressive by this young man.
When you've got one of the keys to the game named after a player, you know that he's been impressive.
Roman.
Roman Sun will split his free throw attempts. Has 2 points on the day. This attempted shot by Stroud is no good. Rebounded for Therrell is Justin Worrell.
You see the East Cowetas kind of coming with a token press. Good look by Frederick. Good look. Oh, and the miss by the big fella.
Almost was a highlight reel by Armbruster. In and out of the hands of Brandon Stroud.
But you know what's even more impressive about Armbruster? When he caught that, no false movements, no unnecessary dribble. He caught it and went straight back up with it.
We talk about it all the time. Big guys love to put the ball on the floor. He didn't want to put that ball on the floor. He just missed the dunk.
Yes, sir.
Worrell to Frederick. Emery in front of him will go to the three-pointer right before he gets to him, and he will get it.
Sean Frederick is another important piece of this Therrell squad, part of their quote-unquote big three.
It's funny how since LeBron went to Miami, everybody needs a big. No, let's say Paul Pierce and KG, and Ray Allen started this whole big three notion.
Seems to be working for them right here. With 43 seconds and counting, 10-11. Emery has the ball. Will pitch it out with his left hand. Saving it is Freeman. Out to Emery again. Trying to put it up as Freeman, no good. Sun with Reynolds and Emery in front of him. Will stop, shoot, will get it.
Nice pop the shot by Sun right there. Found a little crease and popped the shot.
I'll tell you, Sun went down there with a 1-on-4 fast break. It didn't matter.
And now, 13 seconds. Emery to the perimeter to Reynolds. Being covered heavily, that was Tyrese Ransom.
Reynolds got bailed out on that, though. You can't go to the corner and allow guys to trap you. Either you're going to shoot the basketball or you're just going to attack from the baseline. He allowed himself to be trapped and almost turned it on.
Sun runs so fast, but he's able, like you were saying, Barry, great body control to just stop and jump up exactly where he wants to and shoot the ball. 5 seconds. Shooting it is going to be Emery. Overshot at the rim. Try to put it up, and they will not. So after being down 8-1, the Panthers rally to make it a 12-11 game. You guys are watching the SUVTV.com. End of the first quarter. We'll be right back.
Every time we open our doors, we change just a little bit. Every blade of grass, every rose petal, every pen location. But the one thing that doesn't change is our commitment to an exceptional golfing experience. Being prepared to give it our all 364 days a year is not just a credo. It's our soul.
Back here on SUV TV, Hassan Khan alongside Sylvester Williams and Barry Browner. 12-11 is your score as we start quarter number 2. Roman Sun, who's been all but a highlight reel so far for the Panthers. Being cornered is Worrell. Worrell going across the court to Sun. Try to use the backboard. And he missed it. And this is going to be Jones, who was celebrated in the first quarter for scoring his 1,200th point. Will not be able to get that one in.
I just like Jones. If you look at this replay, they get it out in transition. And Jones is going to attack, let me look, let me make my step, let me draw a foul.
First free throw is successful for Jones. now has 6 points with that second free throw on the day. Therrell, now, there's that highlight reel.
That's how you get it out in transition and find big Robbie Armbruster.
Armbruster able to put it up. Now Therrell has the ball again and just throwing it up. Get out of the way, into the crowd, in the vicinity of the Therrell cheerleaders. East Coweta will maintain possession of the ball. Stroud to Jones. It's going to be Youngblood to Zach Hill. Youngblood now.
Good defense though by Therrell though.
Yeah, great defense, no answer for East Coweta yet, and just driving inside is going to be Jones. May not get it. Frederick to Sun. Behind the back of Brandon Stroud. Nice pass.
And that's Romaine's son, and that's all Brandon Frederick with Romaine's son. Frederick gets a rebound, pushes it to Son, keeps running the floor, and gets that ball back.
As that was Zach Hill on the attempted shot. It's going to be called against Robbie Armbruster.
And one of the things I'm seeing, though, fellas, is that East Coweta's got to get back in trend. They've got to pick Roman Son up. You can't let him get a full head of steam.
And you know one thing, when Roman Son came down the court early on that fast break and he stopped and hit that little free throw line jumper, that forced the defense. The defense remembered that free throw line jumper, and that allowed Fredericks to get loose on the backside right there.
15-16. Give him that three. That is Corey Donaldson. And going for a three of their own is East Coweta. That was Chris Youngblood.
And that's the thing about this Therrell team. Like I said, they're moving in such a fast pace that if you're not, they put you in retreat almost on the defensive end. So now you're going to see East Coweta's going to try to slow them down with a little bit of press.
This goes into that three-headed monster that you were talking about, Barry. Before that three-pointer as Frederick shoots it up. Before that three-pointer by Donaldson, Armbruster, Frederick, and Sun were the only three players for Therrell to put points on the board.
And see, right now, if you're East Coweta, you got to worry about getting too aggressive and trying to force things right here. They just picked up a charging foul because they tried to force the issue. They feel like the game is getting away from them. But it's a 6-point game with 6 minutes to go in the second period. There is too much time left to even worry about or think about forcing a shot or forcing a possession.
Yeah, I just kind of think right now, though, I think they're trying to figure out how can we get back. Like I said, the key is how can we get back and stop Roman Son. And like I said, other guys that are running, you see the Fredericks is running. Cole Donaldson just shows he can shoot the three ball. We know what Armbruster does in that post. And he doesn't mind stepping out shooting that basketball as well.
He does not, as he took the ball initially, gave it to Frederick. Now will go down inside the post. Sun for a long three. Will not get it. Frederick able to rebound.
Good rebound by Frederick again.
And, you know, we give a lot of credit to Armbruster on that tip. He couldn't get the ball, but he tipped it right to Frederick.
Sly, I think my calculations are correct, but I think Frederick is in double-digit points now for the day. Might be a point or two off, but he is definitely the leading scorer for Therrell. And a timeout is taken. And as both teams discuss their strategy for the remaining time left for the second quarter, we'll be right back here on SUVTV.com. Back here on SUV TV, 15-23. Therrell is in control. Stroud with
I think
possession.
East Coweta's got to get a bucket right here, y'all. It's kind of, I'm not going to say it's getting away from them. They're only down 8, but you can't go long droughts without scoring against a squad like this.
And this is such a key possession right here. Run your offense. Run your play, your bread and butter play that you work on every day in practice. Right here, you set it up so you can get your 2. Go ahead and build your confidence up.
Absolutely, Sly. You're saying this will be big for your confidence as they do turn the ball over. And now Therrell has the opportunity to put their lead into double digits. And that just mentally does big things for your team. Son doing what he's been doing all year. Adjusting his team. And this one's going to get out of the hands of Therrell, and Stroud trying to make a play, and he does with his left hand.
Finish by Stroud.
Yeah, you're right, Barry. That's a great finish. Way to use that left hand and to use your body to shield off that defender. I love it. Left hand side, left hand layup.
Frederick with the 3. After a couple bounces, will bounce out of the rim. Armbruster not able to deliver.
Good hustle, good scrap for it.
Boy, that looked like a fumble in football.
You know what? I love Roman's son. Right there. Roman's son was at half court. He saw his player was on the ground. He saw his player was upset. But that is a true senior leader. He ran in there full speed, pulled his man out of the crowd, and said, come on, let's go, calm down. That's a senior leader. I like Roman's son. I like that.
Great awareness by Son. Don't want to cause any more trouble and cause any sort of fouls or possibly even ejections in this game. Still a close contest, 17-23 for Therrell. They would love to knock off East Coweta. This 3-pointer by Reynolds is no good. Fortson had the most hands on it.
I'll tell you, ball being tipped around, everybody going at it, man. Hands flying all over the place.
Foul called against East Coweta, and Fortson will go to the line.
And I'm just watching Roman's son. He goes over and talks to Coach Johnson. He comes up and talks to his guy. Like I said, that's what you need. Anytime you got a leader like that on the floor, there's good things going to happen for you.
As that ball gets away, like Stroud was in the area, try to save it himself.
Now I want you to notice, when Emory went off the floor, East Coweta had the lead. They had a 1-point lead. Now it's stretched out to 6 with him out of the game.
Going for the 3 is Jones. Give it to him, leading the day for the Indians in points.
And I think that Fernandez Jones has definitely got to get more touches in this game. Like I said, he's going to need some help from Chris Youngblood as well, too.
Frederick made a 3 earlier. Armbruster.
Oh, my goodness. Big fella.
That's a big man dunk right there.
Impressive. We look at the SUV TV.
The bench warning is probably because the big man said, take that.
Great play by Armbruster, and as Jones falls down, his 3-pointer is no good. Rebounded by Reynolds. And that's going to be called against Reynolds. Got too many hands on the ball.
You know what? I like what the referee did right there.
Yeah.
Referee went to the center of the court, looked at both teams, and said, no more. No more. This is it. Now, he could have called the cheap tech or a double tech on both players.
He could have.
But the referee said, no more. This is it. And he gave that look, and he let everybody know.
He's got what they've got to do now is get a little control of the game because it's becoming a little physical.
Yep. I like what he did. I like what the referee did right there. He didn't give away a cheap check, but he established control.
Calvin Miller with the 3.
I don't know if y'all know it, but this Therrell team can shoot the basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Good move, though.
Reynolds answers back with the 2 of his own.
Yeah, Therrell can shoot well from outside. Bunch of players can hit it.
Frederick fumbled the ball for a sec, able to pick it up, knocked out of bounds, and clapping and excited in front of the Indian student section is Fernandez Jones.
I love the student section. I love the high schools that have the rowdy student section over there.
Absolutely, and Sly, we were actually talking to head coach Royal Johnson. He said that this crowd is coming after the game. Even though classes haven't started yet, they want to show support for the East Coweta Indians as Frederick is able to give up 2 for Therrell.
Back though by the big fella Brandon Stroud.
Stroud with the long shot.
Right back at him.
22-30, less than 2 minutes. Frederick working inside, getting it outside to Calvin Miller. Trying to do something on Isaiah Richardson. Trying to go behind the back, but Jones is there to pick it up. Therrell able to get it back. Armbruster. Out of the hands of Miller. Fumbling it will be Jones. Now in the corner for a 3, blocked. Armbruster.
And I'm pretty sure that Coach Maxwell from East Coweta, this is not the shot that he wanted right there.
No.
Fortson. They're finally going to stop the play on there. Great back and forth action that we're seeing here at East Coweta High School. Fortson will go to the line. He will make his first free throw.
Let's see how long. It's 1:10 left, 31-25. Forson's at the free throw line. Let's see what Coach Johnson, he's going to try to steal a couple of minutes for Armbruster right here on the bench.
Let him go ahead and get that breather in right before the half so he can be ready.
Stroud and Emery ran into each other, but now Emery has it. Working underneath the basket, going to get it outside for the long 3 is no good by Isaiah Richardson.
That corner 3 has not went down for anybody on East Coweta. I've seen about 4 or 5 different players try to shoot that 3 from that same exact spot, and none of them have been successful.
Hasn't been like Ray Allen in Game 6 for the Miami Heat.
No, not tonight.
As this will be Justin Worrell to the line.
Yeah, they called Red Reynolds for the foul right there, though. Just try to get positioning, and it worked out. Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. But I think he got both hands in the back, though. That was a good old-fashioned shove. He earned it.
45 seconds for East Coweta. Sun on the rebound. Really taking his time right here. Dribbling with the left. Back to the right. In between the legs. And a little bit of activities with him and Jones.
You know what? That's a senior heady play right there by Roman because he didn't really get pushed that hard. He barely got touched. But you notice how he jerked his whole body back off of the contact. Is it Oscar season?
It's, hey, you never know. Whiplash can do some serious things to you. As he makes that free throw right there.
And Armbruster, surprisingly, 23.8 comes back in. One thing, like I said, the one thing I've kind of really been impressed with, this Therrell team, I mean, they just play so hard and they're so scrappy. And like I said, when you got a guy like Cameron Fortson out there battling and fighting for every ball, Armbruster, Frederick, Donaldson with shots, Son, of course.
2 for 2 on his free throws. 20 seconds. An 8-point deficit for East Coweta. Emery. Inside, nice pass to Stroud. Putting his arms up was Robbie Armbruster.
And see, that's exactly what Coach Johnson didn't want right there. He let Armbruster, get that rest, and then with 10 seconds left, he picks up a quick foul.
Reynolds out to Emery. Good defense right there by Therrell, by Ransom. And now inside, going to give it to Stroud. Was not able to put it up. So 33-25 is your score. Before we go into halftime, as I go through the locker rooms, we wanted to tell you guys about the Oaks course. Attention all golfers, experience the Oaks course in Covington, Georgia, home of superb greens and friendly tees. The Oaks course is open every day except Christmas and is located at 11240 Brown Bridge Road, Covington, Georgia 30014. Visit www.golfoaks.com or call 770-786-3801. Mention SUV TV for $5 off your next round. 25-33 is your score. We'll be back in about 9 to 10 minutes or so. You guys are watching the SUVTV.com.
What is it about some places? The places where we feel a sense of fellowship, where service is of the highest priority, whether to each other or to ourselves. A journey familiar like a warm bath for the soul. Along the way we may get lost, but we always seem to find a friendly hand reaching out, guiding us the way back there, where we owe it to our younger selves, just to feel like we're getting a little bit better at us. This place will always be there for you. This place is sacred, because this place is home.
Heels or flats? Heels. Around here, we're decision-making pros. But when she got injured last season, I almost made the wrong decision. I thought I could take her where I rehabbed my knee, but her coach told me, take her to Children's. No thanks. All that experience helped my daughter heal faster and come back stronger.
Now we just need to decide where I'll play in college.
Road trip.
He'll come off the double screen to the left. Oh, and wide open underneath. Sexton goes step back, fadeaway three. Oh, my goodness. Sexton. In the lane by Tracy. Here's Williamson making his way around one tight. Now hustling it toward the lane and throws it down. That's what the crowd had been waiting on. A fantastic dunk coming in by Williamson. Trent, off balance jumper.
Nailed it. Pierre to Gary Trent Jr. And oh my goodness, that's how you end the game, folks.
Welcome back to SUV TV. Hassan Khan here alongside Sylvester Sly Williams. We're being joined by a special guest with us, the athletic director here at East Coweta, Hap Hines. Hap, how you doing?
Doing good, guys. We appreciate y'all being here and broadcasting our game and a chance to show our players what wonderful student athletes we have. So this is really, we're real appreciative of what you guys do.
Well, we want to thank you. We're glad that you let us come out here, man. This is our first time at East Coweta. We enjoy the area, enjoy the gym, man. I was telling everybody I like the fact that you guys got the gym that you can expand when it reaches our capacity crowd. I really love the atmosphere you have out here in our East Coweta.
Well, we're real proud of it. You know, Coach Maxwell's done a great job. Our girls team's improving by every game with Coach Frady. So, like I said, this means a lot to us. Also a chance to get some of our players seen, you know, on a big stage like this, and we sure do appreciate it. So, thank you guys.
Yeah, we're excited to be here at East Coweta. So, kind of tell us how you got here to East Coweta. What's like your backstory? Where'd you come from, and why'd you choose East Coweta and to be the athletic director here?
I'm a lucky guy. East Coweta chose me. So, I work with Steve Allen, our principal, at Noonan High School, which is in the county, and got to know him, and he's a dear friend. And when the opportunity came up, it's been great. And I'll say this, our administrative team here is just wonderful, wonderful people. We got a lot of things to be real excited about. You know, Amon Tinker, who's on that administrative team, and what he does for our student athletes with free sports, recruiting, Monica Nelson, Stephanie Easterwood, Amy Westbrook, David DeMint, and Steve Allen. It's just a great group of people to go to work with every day. They really put their heart and soul into the kids, and like you said, it's a great team to be part of.
Now, one thing we talked about, we have our little pregame phone calls the night before with the coaches, and Coach Maxwell was talking about changing the culture here. East Coweta is known as a really good football team. And, you know, they usually have a tough football team, but now they're bringing in this basketball program. How do you think our Coach Maxwell has done with kind of changing the culture?
Oh, Max is great. He knows we love him, and like you said, you just seen progress every single year. I mean, and then, like you said, as a result of it, we get to have people like you come and broadcast our games. Great group of kids. They work so hard. You know, for Mendez Jones, who got his 1,000th point tonight. You know, like you said, it's just really fun to see his hard work come to fruition with the kind of season that they're having. And the fun part is we still got a lot of fun basketball to be part of. We've got Campbell and Wheeler coming in next week and playing a big game here on this big stage against a great Therrell team, so we're excited.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that the schedule you have coming up. You might be the guy that the East Coweta fans need to set the argument with when it comes to that schedule. At the end of the year, East Coweta has to go on the road to Campbell, Wheeler, and Westlake. No, not Westlake. Campbell, Wheeler, and Westlake.
And Pebblebrook's in there. Right.
They might need to get mad at you.
Yeah, Noonan. Look. This is the fun part of the job. Don't let me fool you for a second. These coaches have worked hard. This is their moment. I'm fortunate enough I get to just kind of ride the coattails of a wonderful administrative team, a wonderful principal, and a great group of coaches that we have here. So this is all about what they do and our student athletes. So, but it is really fun to be here on a Friday night and have a good crowd. And like I said, Coach Maxwell used to joke and say, "I'm just glad we're getting student sections at these games and everything." So this is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
they're the ones that do they do the nuts and bolts to the whole thing.
As we're about to wrap up here, little old birdie told me that you used to play with Kirby Smart, the Kirby Smart. Tell us about that.
Well, we were teammates at the University of Georgia. Now, I was the kicker, so I wasn't out there doing all the tackling and all that. I had one job, and that's to make extra points, field goals, and kickoffs. But yeah, it's been pretty cool to see. It makes perfect sense because he was super athletic, He was a super hard worker and very intellectual. So it's in a lot of ways it's not surprising to see what he's done and accomplished. But it's a lot of fun to watch him and what he's doing with the Georgia program. We love it. Doing great.
You know, don't downgrade the kicker. The kicker is usually the most popular man on campus or the biggest loser on campus. It all depends.
Kickers are people too.
Like I said, I'm kind of incognito because I've put on probably 70 pounds since the last football game I ever played in. So I saw a teammate of mine, Rusty Beatles, who played offensive line. He's here tonight, and the big guys have gotten trim, and the little guys, the kickers and all, we put on the weight. So I'm going to try to see if I can stick to my New Year's resolution.
Hey, man, I know where you're going from. I tell people a long time ago, I'm a couple of sandwiches away from my playing weight back in the day.
As we get underway with the third quarter half, we wanted to thank you and East Coweta for allowing us to be here, and appreciate you everything you're doing for the school.
Well, like I said, don't let me. We got a lot of people doing a lot of great things, and this is a result of some great coaches, an awesome administrative team, and some wonderful student athletes. And I get to kind of bask in their glory. But it's an honor to have you guys here, and thanks for all y'all do for us. This is really special to us, and we appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
As that was Hap Hines, the athletic director here at East Coweta. And action that you may have missed while we were doing that, 2-pointer was scored by Therrell, adding on to the lead, now a double-digit lead.
Here's the thing, Therrell was just doing what's working, going to the inside, pushing that pace, and they scored the 2 points to get the second half going.
And this is Stroud after 3 attempts. The 4th attempt by East Coweta, and that was Zach Hill, who was trying to put it up.
And that's one of the things I talk about always when we talk about the first 3 minutes of the second half. We like to call it Barry's barometer, where guys, you want to see what guys are going to do. The first 3 minutes can tell the story in this game. Like I said, Therrell jumped out to a 35-25 lead, and so for East Coweta, they've got to find ways to score. Here's the opportunity right here.
Hassan Khan alongside Sylvester Sly Williams and Barry Browner. Therrell is in the lead, 35-25, with almost a minute off the clock here in the third quarter. Emery sees a man outside. That is Jones. Back to Emery. Looked like he was going inside, but stopped. Shot. Did not get it. Youngblood now. They're just trying to put it up. Youngblood finally gets it in.
And they're going to need a little bit out of Chris Youngblood to get back in this game. Down 8, though. Like I said, we got plenty of time left. We still at the barometer.
Yeah, that's only his second field goal of the game. Youngblood has to get a little bit active. He's averaging 15 a game. He's a long way off from that 15.
Donaldson's pass was a little bobbled, and it looked like he hit the hand. Zach Hill did of Roman Sun, but nonetheless, Frederick able to rebound. Good for 3, will not get it. Sun now. They're going to call that.
And you know, I found out I've been calling Roman Sun a senior. Roman Sun's actually a junior. You know, Barry corrected me at halftime. You know, he's a junior, and I'm giving him the leadership and the leadership abilities that he's been displaying all night. Makes me think that he's a lot more older than what he really is.
He just plays with, like I said, he's been on this team for a while. Just having a conversation with Coach Johnson. He trusts Son with his basketball. Like I said, he's an extension of him on the court as well.
Son just has that natural leadership ability.
Yeah, you look at his face. He got a baby face. He's a junior.
Son will go for his second free throw attempt. This one is good. 36-27. Richardson to Emery. Had Fortson and Donaldson in the way. Pass it to Zach Hill.
Good finish by big Zach Hill. They're clawing back in this game, though, fellas. They're trying to get back in this game 1 point at a time. Turnover right there. Oh, they say he tipped it.
Yeah, I think an Indian defender got his hand on the ball.
Yeah, couldn't tell from our vantage point, but they said, like I said, they tipped it, and Frederick will be the one to inbound it in. He will to Donaldson. This is a bounce pass to Forster. Outside to Donaldson. Has Frederick to the left. Instead, we'll give it to the Sun. Now out to Frederick. Richardson in front of him. Sticks out his right hand. Trying to drive inside. Frederick.
Nice move by Frederick.
Frederick will add on to his point total. Almost to 15 for the day.
Could have been a foul, but no call. Sun on the push.
Sun now. Dodges Youngblood.
Told you, close your eyes. Close your eyes. He was at half court. Open him, he's at the best.
No look pass from Emery to Hill.
Coming up on the end of Barry's barometer. Which way is that barometer swinging, man?
Still swinging at Therrell right now, though. Like I said, they've been able to hold the lead.
Could swing the other way with East Coweta right here. And Stroud instead will have this position turned over. Frederick to Fortson. And Fortson will be the one to go to the line.
See, right now I'm greedy. On that play right there, if you're Fortson, you got to be able to do what I call turn the wrist. If you're that high up over the rim, turn the wrist the other way. Go ahead and dunk that thing, man. You got to go up there. You can't go up there shying away from contact. Go up there and lean into the contact.
Fortson makes his first free throw attempt. It's a good point, Sly. You know you're going to get fouled anyways. You know, might as well deliver with authority at the end. But regardless of how he got fouled, it doesn't matter as he makes both of his free throws. And a timeout is called here by Therrell. As both teams are discussing their strategy, we'll be right back here on the SUVTV.com. Back here on SUV TV. Sly, you were saying earlier that we might have two of the freshest coaches.
And you know, you can tell when the game gets serious. You have both coaches came in looking fresh with the suits on and have the jackets on. But when the jackets come off, that mean game's getting real serious when they take that jacket off.
It's getting real serious.
It's definitely the two sharpest dressed coaches we had all year.
Emery's three-pointer is short, hits the front of the rim, rebounded by Stroud.
Like I said, they need something to kind of get themselves going, fellas.
A couple of strong defensive stops right here.
Armbruster, 33-42, approaching 4 minutes.
That's a grown man, man. I think Robbie Armbruster plays like a grown man.
Emery, nice pass out to Richardson, now out to Youngblood. Rebounds his own shot. Brings it down, then up again. Now Frederick has it. Emery in the way, nice spin move.
Nice move by Frederick.
And for East Coweta, trying to save it right in front of us. Into the hands of Frederick. And Stroud will be the one to knock out of bounds.
Frederick, you got to get that one up early so you can get it back. You give it up early, and then you give it up to a guy like Son. Son will give it back to you.
Yep. Sharing and caring, right?
Wanted to recognize our producer, Lisa, for having her head on a swivel. Being on top of things. That ball was about to destroy some stuff. And
most important, protect the equipment.
And there he is. There's the head coach.
Coach Roy Maxwell. He took the jacket off. He took the jacket off.
As we've got 3 men. No one in front of us, Youngblood.
Finished by Youngblood. Like I said, East Coweta keeps making a run, but they just can't break over the barrier. They need to be able to cut this game to single digits up.
3:16 and counting. Armbreaster. This one gets out of his hands into the hands of Stroud. Brandon Stroud towards the top of your screen, being guarded very well by Roman's son. Has to get it out to Isaiah Richardson. Now back to Stroud. Inside to Youngblood. Ransom had a hand on it. Frederick dribbles with his left. Son just out of the reach.
Therrell substitution, number 5, Miller.
Calvin Miller will now substitute in for Rashawn Frederick. (35-46).
Called it on the line.
Stepped on the line. Wasn't aware where he was on the court.
This will be Miller. Ransom will cut outside. So will Son. Now Fortson has it. Freeman. Great defense behind the back is Fortson. Jukes. Gets past Freeman, but that pass is intercepted. Intended for Isaiah Richardson.
You know, the one thing is unforced turnovers. Like I said, we've seen a lot of them from both teams, to be honest with you. But like I said, it's really hurting East Coweta at this point.
Miller, as we approach 2:15. Fortson. Hook pass, Armbreaster with Youngblood and Stroud getting his hands on him.
When Armbreaster gets down there that low, man, it's not too many people out here who's strong enough to stop him when he gets down that low.
Right, and what you're noticing they're doing is as soon as he catches that basketball, though, they're doubling on that post. And like I said, with all hands in there, guys are slapping up, down, around, they're going to pick up a foul call.
This is both of his free throws. Here's Armbreaster.
What's Armbreaster, about 6'4"?
About 6'4".
Tipped by Armbreaster into the hands of Stroud. Delivers with his left hand.
Nice move by Stroud. They've cut it to 9. Let's see if they can cut it to 7 right here. Now Therrell's in a situation where they need a bucket to kind of stop a little bit of this momentum that East Coweta had.
Son to Miller. Fortson cannot handle it.
Ooh. I can tell you what happened on that. The referee missed the call. He missed the holding call, and so he gave them the ball.
Yeah, a little makeup call on that one.
As for Therrell, maintaining possession of the ball, Son. It's knocked down. And it's going to be on Demetrius Freeman, that foul. Son better inbound it in quick. But instead, couldn't find anyone open. And we will take a timeout. As for the girls' game that was earlier today, East Coweta was able to pick up the victory. And for that game and following this game, we wanted to remind you that if you wanted to order an SUV TV broadcast, if you want a digital copy of this game or another SUV TV broadcast, visit thesuvtv.com/game order to purchase your own copy of any broadcast for $10. The game of the week, Therrell versus East Coweta. Great talent that we have on this court in front of you guys. So you're watching on SUV TV. Fortson Outside, this will be Worrell. Trying to get it to Fortson. In the way was Freeman. Now battling for the ball. It's going to be Jones. Sun was not able to.
Nice move.
Defense.
Good finish though by Brandon Stroud. Brandon Stroud said, "Give me the ball, y'all. I'm gonna put y'all on my back. Give me the ball."
Stroud now leading the team in points as he goes to the free throw line.
And I was just saying that Fernando Jones has been kind of quiet since the first quarter, fellas. Like I said, he's got to be able to pick it up.
Yeah. Fernandez has to pick it up. You know, Fernandez has 9 points on the night, and most of that came right there in the early going in the first quarter.
We absolutely did. Again, we recognize Jones for scoring his 1,200th point. Great career for Fernandez Jones. This is Sun. Emery falls down. Sun now driving, trying to get past Freeman. Ransom is trying to get the rebound in. Falling down is Sun. So here on the replay, as they call that foul against Brandon Stroud.
Yeah, Stroud earned that one. Oh, good block.
Could not put it in. Stroud giving it to Emery.
Just like that. We talked about it. They beat the barometer, but just like that, it's 46-42. They've got to make a run right here, fellas.
East Coweta now back in this. The student section is on their feet.
Huge. Bang, bang, bang. Big shot.
Big shot by Calvin Miller.
That's his second 3 of the night. That's how you sit down a fan base.
Now Freeman trying to get it up. Youngblood needs to save it. And it will be in the possession of Therrell.
You shoot that corner 3 over there. That's how you shut up a fan base right there. Good block over there by Freeman. Freeman went up big on that one right there to block that one. That was a big time block by Freeman.
And the assist by Stroud to Embry. So you see the student section. It was a wideout. As we were talking to Coach Maxwell prior to the game, he was big on this community about he really loves the culture of East Coweta. What he and the student section has been able to do for East Coweta, only losing 1 game this year, as this ball will be taken by Youngblood. Fortson tried to block it, but
good rebound again.
Instead, Hill will put it up.
Nice finish by Zach Hill to cut it to 5.
Now 3 seconds. You got to put it up right here. Armbruster for the 3. Off the inside of the rim and out.
You got us a ball game, fellas.
I'm telling you, 5-point ball game going into the 4th quarter. This is a completely different look that we got going into the end of half.
It has been mostly East Coweta as they are trying to rally here on SUV TV. 44-49 is your score. We'll be right back on SUVTV.com.
Heels or flats? Heels. Around here, we're decision-making pros. But when she got injured last season, I almost made the wrong decision. I thought I could take her where I rehabbed my knee, but her coach told me, take her to Children's. No thanks. All that experience helped my daughter heal faster and come back stronger.
Now we just need to decide where I'll play in college.
Road trip.
I'm being joined right here by the assistant principal, Ahmad Tinker. Ahmad, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing outstanding. How about yourself?
Doing fabulous as you guys are joining us for the fourth quarter, and going up for the shot is no good. How's it like being the assistant principal here at East Coweta?
Well, I mean, it's a great opportunity to impact kids every day from the standpoint of academics and also athletics. You know, it's a great job. You know, I had the opportunity to coach for 18 years at the collegiate and also high school level, but it's just a great opportunity in regards to being assistant principal right now.
Yeah, you're also in charge of the Rising Senior Bowl. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the Rising Senior Foundation is a nonprofit foundation where we bring in 90 of the best juniors in the state of Georgia, and we take them through a leadership program. We implement a fifth quarter program where we try to teach our athletes after the game of football, you know, when the fourth quarter is over with and the game is over with. So we try to teach those kids how to be successful in life. You know, we've had several outstanding kids come through from Nick Chubbs to Reuben Foster to Deshaun Watson and more.
You know, I love that. You know, Coach, I'm an old football guy. You know, I do this basketball just because I love it, but I'm a football. That's where my heart lies. And, you know, having that Rising Senior Bowl, I'm glad that you brought up some of the former stars. But this year, who do you think kind of stood out for you this year?
Well, Kobe Pride, running back from Cedar Town, man, I mean, I really think that he established himself as probably, you know, a top 2 or 3 back in the state of Georgia. You know, outstanding job. You know, he's Nick Chubb's little cousin, and I can surely tell that it runs in the family in regards to being a great back that can get more yards after contact. Also, Kevin Swint from Cavs, outstanding linebacker. I mean, he's the real deal, the real deal.
Now what's the selection process? How do you go about choosing these juniors?
Well, we have 4 camps that they come to. 3 of the camps are at the Champion Elite Camp that's here in early June at LaGrange College. At that camp, the kids also get an opportunity to work out and showcase their skills and ability in front of 100 or more universities where the colleges are actually coaching the kids. And also we have a camp the dead week of July where kids who can't attend that camp in LaGrange, they can also come to that camp as well and work out. Because the one thing that we're looking for, you know, we're not just looking for the athletic ability. We want to meet the kids and make sure that they have high character.
Okay.
Yeah, great stuff. As we are, like I said, being joined by Ahmad Tinker, the assistant principal here at East Coweta. Final thoughts as far as what would you say your overall vision coming up for the next few years or so is, whether it's here at East Coweta or for the Rising Senior Foundation?
Well, we want to grow the foundation and we want to better help more kids than just the 90 kids. So we're looking at some other things, trying to implement some program. We can take our leadership program statewide, even though a kid may not participate in our program. That's in December, but we're still able to impact those kids by going to different cities and providing our leadership curriculum that's sponsored by Chick-fil-A.
Great stuff. Amon, we appreciate you joining us on SUV TV.
Thank you all for the opportunity.
All right, thank you, Coach.
And again, that was Amon Tinker, the assistant principal here at East Coweta, joining us. In a sec, we're about to have Barry Browner join us again. And the story of the first 2 minutes or so of the fourth quarter is that Coweta has scored 2 points, and so has Therrell, as attempted three-pointer is no good. Emery, bounce pass. Reynolds in and out of his hands, able to regain control. Jones, Son and Frederick in front of him. Emery trying to get past Armbresser underneath the basket. Outside, Stroud, three-pointer.
Big shot, big shot.
You're right, Barry. That's a huge shot. We got a 2-point ball game now. That corner 3 finally went down for East Coweta.
It was on the opposite end, too.
That's what it was. They were shooting in the wrong corner.
And with 5.5 minutes This game has been back and forth
and it's
all day.
And what I'm looking at is that Therrell's kind of playing like a 3-2 almost.
Emery.
We just got to find the gaps. It looks like they might have found one. Nice move by Fernandez. And there it is. How about that?
Fernandez Jones.
He said that he was going to have to step up, fellas, in this fourth quarter, and he's done it so far.
So you can tell how tight a game is by the coaches. Both coaches standing up. Like I said earlier, the jacket's off. Now Coach Johnson starting to roll up the sleeves. The game's getting tight.
About to take off the bow tie next. As this three-pointer off the backboard. 4.5 minutes. Armbreaster working inside the post.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When you need a basket, just drop it down into that man down there.
Guys, we talked to each coach last night, Coach Johnson, Coach Maxwell, and they like high pace, fast action as this shot is good by Jones.
Again, Fernandez Jones stepping up, man. Just doing what seniors do, making plays.
Well, the goal was to score 80 points in this game. Both teams showing good defense as well.
Oh, that's no bucket.
They're gonna call him on the floor.
Unless you play a continuation, unless we're in the NBA.
See here on the SUV TV replay.
But you know what? That's a great luxury to have when you're Therrell right there, man. When times are getting tough and you need a basket, just throw it down to that man down there.
Armbreaster.
See, I got a problem calling him Robbie. You know, he plays too grown to be Robbie. You're gonna have to call him Rob. You're gonna have to call him Robert. He plays like his game is too grown to be Robbie.
Big Rob.
Big Rob.
Big Rob. Let's do it. That's what we're gonna be calling him. And Youngblood out to Stroud. Inside will be Reynolds.
That's a good defensive play, though. My guy, Big Rob, again, like I said, making Reynolds think about it. He was trying to make a move, started from doing that, almost got the turnover, stepped out of bounds.
As Emery will inbound it in. Stroud has Ransom to beat. Will pass it inside instead. Almost a fabulous play by Zach Hill. Fortson, like we mentioned in the girls' game, got a little bit of hang time. And this crowd is thunderous.
I tell you, man, this place has got loud.
And one thing that you didn't notice is that Romaine's son went to his big man and told him, "Hey, relax, calm down, man. I can't afford to have you out the game."
And that's why I keep calling him. I keep wanting to say he's a senior, man, because he just plays so much wiser than that junior age it is.
Man, he's what we call a savvy vet.
Exactly.
3:32. 54-54. Frederick stops, shoots.
That's that one to get everybody quiet right there. You stop, nail the three-pointer in transition. Rashawn Frederick. We talked to Coach Johnson last night in our pregame coaches call, and he said he plays with a chip on his shoulder, man. That's right there, playing with a chip on your shoulder. Right there, confidence, knocking down that three in transition, man.
And they're in a situation where Zach Hill picked up a foul, a loose ball foul, so now they're going to go to the line.
Missed opportunity by Fortson as we approach 3:19. Timeout is taken here at East Coweta. As they are in their timeouts, we wanted to remind you guys that coming up later this month.
Hold on, I think we might have a mistake going on. They called that foul and he shot the free throw, but they weren't in the bonus yet. They weren't in the bonus. So I think the referees are trying to straighten things out down here. So it's a good thing he didn't hit the free throw. So I think they're going to take it out down there on the baseline. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen.
Let's see what the officials are saying as they're talking to the Therrell sideline. Coach Eddie Jackson. They'll actually toss it in now.
I don't know if anything changed or anything happened. I don't know.
Oh. Freeman will inbound it in nonetheless, and this is Emery. Ransom in front of him, gets it instead out to Stroud. Cuts to the left. Will pass it. No good, three-pointer by Jones. Freeman were to save it. Emery passes outside, inside now. Waiting for Frederick to jump, and Stroud was going to go for it, but able to rebound is Youngblood.
1 point game, back and forth, fellas. Like I said, this game's going to come down to whoever got the ball last.
56-57. East Coweta for most of the game has been playing with a big lead, but as
he took the charge. He took the charge, and that's great. Man, he looked like Shaquille for real right there, y'all. Oh man, arm wrestling is a problem.
Here's the problem, and like I say, man, this guy, he's 6'4", man. If he messes around and grows 3-4 more inches, I'll be scared to play him in the post.
Emery outside. Youngblood.
Youngblood on the charge. Like I said, went to the basket. The problem was he went to the basket out of control. He beat the first guy, went to the basket. So he'll beat this guy.
Well, and see, that's one of those ones you lead a ref with no choice. The ref has to make that call.
I mean, it could have been a block because he caught him on the side, though.
Frederick. Emery and Jones on top of him. Jones will knock it out. This is Ransom. Knock it out of the hands of Frederick.
Good hustle.
Will be Youngblood.
Hey, referee's letting them play. The referee, nobody's bleeding, so he ain't called nothing yet.
You definitely think the officials are making the right call and just letting them play, because you would hate a game this close to come down to a bad call or leave the fans unhappy, and just let them play it out as Sun behind the back. Trying to get past Emery. Sun, stutter steps, shoots, no good. As Armbruster and Reynolds were in it. And a lot of aggression on this court.
Man.
But you know what? I want to give kudos to this officiating squad.
Right.
They have taken control of this game. They hadn't allowed it to get out of control. It's been a tough game, you know, but the referees have been right there on top of everything. I want to give kudos. And you don't hear me do that too often. You don't hear me. I'm not as bad as Coach Preston, but I give kudos to this officiating staff.
I'm going to tell you, man, these two tough, physical basketball teams, you go and play these two teams, you better pack a lunch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nothing easy.
I know we keep talking about the Shark effect and the Shark Tank. Wheeler, Westlake, Pebblebrook, Noonan, Campbell, you better bring a lunch pail.
You better bring a lunch. Yes, sir.
You ain't getting nothing free. You ain't getting nothing easy. And to the South Atlantas and the other teams in 2A of the world, hey, you better strap up when you come see Therrell.
I'm telling you, man. You head up inside the perimeter, go inside and there and think you're getting something easy in Therrell. You ain't getting nothing easy. Nothing easy.
I like it though. I like it.
There is discussion right now going on. Therrell would love nothing more to hand East Coweta their second loss of the season. Again, the first loss was to Pebblebrook, losing by 3 points earlier in the season. Seeing Coach Eddie Johnson out there holding a red towel, I think it's a challenge flag, and I always think to kind of throw it out.
Oh, that was huge.
Wow.
That was huge. A technical foul on Robbie Armbruster, and that's foul number 5.
They call double text.
Wow. Remember that foul right before the half. Remember when they set Armbruster, and Armbruster set at a minute left before the half, and then they brought him in with like 20 seconds left, and he picked up that cheap foul.
And I said that I was surprised when he brought him back in. Oh, and then they just missed 2 big free throws right there.
They missed 2 of the technical free throws. That was huge.
Now here's the catch. Youngblood's gonna come down to the other end and shoot his technicals right now.
Darnelson not able to deliver. Let's see if Youngblood can. First free throw is a miss. And that will tie up the game.
Now it gets good because now East Coweta's got the ball back.
57-57. With 2 minutes remaining in this game. Game of the week. It is going to come down to the wire. Ladies and gentlemen, here on SUV TV, we were built for games like this.
Yes, sir.
They are taking a timeout. And while they do that, we wanted to go ahead and thank Children's Healthcare of Atlanta for sponsoring SUV TV. At Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, the sports medicine team doesn't just treat the pain from sports injuries, they work with young athletes to fix the problem and teach them proper sports mechanics. When you choose Children's, you're in the hands of specialists who understand how to help young athletes get back in the game. Visit choa.org/sportsmed to learn more.
I don't want to use this game's been so physical, so I'm going to use a wrestling term. We got a Donnybrook going.
Make sure you guys interact with us on Twitter at SUVTV. We love to interact with you guys about this amazing game of the week that we've got.
Big time move by the team.
Jones will put that one in. 1:40, 59-57. Ransom trying to work inside. Fortson has his hand hit, and Demetrius Freeman is upset. Had the left hand up.
You see that Jones is, Fortson is limping a little bit.
So that will bring Cameron Fortson to the line.
2 big free throws for Cameron Fortson. And he's going to have to hold it down in the paint now that Armbrust is fouled out. Big shot by Fortson.
one-point game. All the pressure on this free throw, and we are tied once again. Emery with a minute and a half. Jones. This is Stroud. Pump fakes. Down to the top of the perimeter.
What a shot by him. Nice pull-up.
They're going to count that as a 2. His foot was on the line, and he was inside the three-point line. This is Fortson. Reynolds and Stroud on top of things. Ransom working inside. We've got Frederick. We are now in the final minute of this contest. Frederick will get it in and one.
What a move by Rashawn Frederick.
Now that's a take to the basket right there by Frederick. I love how he just lowered his head and went to the basket. Oh, and took the contact too. He took the pullback. That's strength right there. That's strength from the young man.
Sly, I may have to catch up with your stat count, but I think Frederick has 20 points on the day.
And he missed that free throw. Should have been 21.
46 seconds. The smart thing to do is to quiet down the crowd.
So now let's talk strategy, fellas, real quick. If you're East Coweta, what are you going to do at this point?
Well, for me, I'm running the play. I'm not getting what they do. They get a lot of quick shots up, but East Coweta needs to run a play out of this timeout, and they need to run a play that's going to get Jones open, catch Jones cutting to the basket, or catch Jones somewhere around the elbow where he can shoot that jumper. I'm trying to get the ball in Jones' hands, and right now you got Stroud and Youngblood who does such a great job of crashing the boards. Let them get there. Since arm wrestling in the game, the rebounding advantage lies with East Coweta.
But if you're East Coweta with 44 seconds, no shot clock in high school basketball, are you going to drain that clock all the way down, or are you just going to play like usual?
Play it like usual and go for the best shot available.
Yeah, I agree. I think you definitely got to play it. Even being the coach, man, I hated trying to play for the last shot. There's too many variables that can happen, and then when you start doing that, I think you rush. So get a good shot, get the shot that you want, and play normal basketball, turn around, play defense.
Stroud will end up bounding into Derek Emery. Now this is Jones. Bounce pass to Stroud. Bunch of time is running off the clock. He is holding the ball. We're approaching 20 seconds. Frederick with his left hand in front. Now puts both of his hands up and Roman shot. Almost had that going the other way. 10 seconds. Behind the back. Shot falls down. Jones. Front of the rim. Stroud. Reynolds. Frederick gets knocked down. Trying to put it up. And he will shoot it. Oh, God. And the East Coweta Indians will win at the buzzer. Unreal!
My goodness, how do you describe the end of this game? How do you describe this right here? Oh my, no foul. Wow, talking about being in the right place at the right time. This was awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this. Oh my goodness.
What a way to start off our 2019, y'all.
This is
SUV TV, what a way to start off 2019, man. High school basketball at its best. East Coweta, Therrell, 63-61. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Brandon Stroud scoring 17 points on the day. but his last 2 points, the most important. You definitely watched a great one here on SUV TV. With that, I'm Hassan Khan alongside Sylvester Sly Williams, Barry Browner. You watched the game of the week, East Coweta versus Therrell, saying so long. This is SUVTV.com.